Hi guys, so I'm going to read Strange Tales number 113. So this is the first appearance of two characters. The first is a villain called Plantman. He's a really obscure villain, and the second one is Human Torch's first girlfriend, Doris Evans, before he became girlfriend with Crystal. Doris Evans only lasted a little while. She's kind of a boring character. Her thing was like she didn't like Johnny Storm being the Human Torch. That was like one of her character traits. But even the flaming Human Torch is helpless before the supernatural power of the Plantman. Can't escape the wet dew from the trees and bushes. They're all the slaves of Plantman. In this issue, meet the Torch's newest girlfriend, lovely Doris Evans. One afternoon in Glenville, Johnny Storm realizes, "Yipes, I'm late for my date with Doris Evans. Gotta change to the Torch and get to that cute chick fast. Flame on! Now to give that doll the thrill of a lifetime. Lucky girl, to have the Torch for a flame. I can hardly wait to see her expression when I come zooming in. The Human Torch, the coming of the Plantman. Johnny Storm! How dare you fly in here with that freakishly fiery get-up? What do you think this is? A circus? Holy smoke! I don't get it. Dory's as mad as a hornet." Story plot Stan Lee, script Joe Carter, art Dick Ayers, lettering S. Rosen. What a nerve, making such a corny, dramatic entrance. Someone would think you were flashing in to battle someone instead of escorting a young lady. Holy cow, there's just no way to figure out a female. Don't be afraid, I can flame off any part of myself at will. I'll tell you what, I'll fly you with me to... No, what if you drop me? Or might burn me accidentally? Please change back to your normal self. I like you, Johnny, not those freakish stunts of yours. Okay. Dames, they're all killjoys. Maybe I bugged your dad too. Think I should apologize? Not now, Johnny. He's having a terrific argument with the gardener.
I'm fed up with you, Sam. I've told you again and again to stop fooling around with that crazy invention of yours. And to cut the lawn, nothing else.
My invention isn't crazy. I'm positive flowers have intelligence. I spent years trying to increase their IQ. I know I'm about to succeed.
That does it. Take your fool gadget and get out. You're fired.
You haven't heard the last of me, Evans. Boy, what a creep. Oh well, this is none of my business. You're quite wrong, Johnny. That embittered man will soon become one of the most dangerous foes you've ever encountered. Minutes later, must we go by slow bus? I could fly us all to where my old Corvette is parked in a few minutes. We go like this, or not at all. Now admit it. Isn't it pleasantly relaxing to ride slowly and safely? Isn't this better than speeding through the sky like a fiery nitwit? Yeesh. If this slowpoke wasn't so doggone pretty, I'd... Soon as they reached Johnny's car. Is it okay with you if we tear along faster than 5 miles an hour? Of course. What a shame a nice boy like you is the Torch. If only you'd stop flaming on and settle down. That's like asking Elvis Presley to stop singing. I can take Elvis's dreamy singing a lot easier than your nightmarishly flaming on. Don't you know Flaming Youth went out with the Roaring Twenties? Just my luck to have a crush on the one gal who isn't impressed with the Human Torch. Other gals everywhere flip when I make with the fireworks. Doesn't he set your heart afire? He's juggling fireballs. He's marvelous. I'm such a world-famous superhero. How can she be so unimpressed? Is she putting on an act? So I'll think she's different from the other babes? She beats the blazes out of me. Of course, if she's really sincere, I could stop flaming on, but...
We heard about you losing your flaming ability. Now that you're no longer glamorous, get lost. Ignore those cats. I like you for yourself.
I don't know whether to be peeved or pleased, because Doris prefers me as Johnny, to my being the torch. Boy, leave it to a gal to get a guy all mixed up. Late that night in the gardens at Sam's home, while storm clouds overhead rumble ominously.
Everyone thinks I'm a fool. When I prove my theory, I'll make them pay, with their lives if necessary.
Suddenly, fate takes a fantastic hand in the affairs of the fanatical gardener. Downward flashes a lightning bolt. And in 1 in a million freak accident...
Ah! Fan my hide! It's a miracle! My invention isn't broken. But what are these new rays coming from it? That plant, it's fanning me. Wait, I just exclaimed, fan my hide. Is it possible? Can it be? Start fighting, you two, that's an order.
Ha ha! Somehow that lightning bolt altered this gadget so it works.
Not only have I increased the IQ of those 2 trees, but they must obey my commands. I become master of all plant life.
Exulting madly, the gloating fanatic comes to a grim decision.
I hereby dub myself Plantman, now to avenge myself on the one who fired me.
An hour later at the jewelry store, where Doris's father is employed as manager.
I'll just aim my ray at that plant near the door and... Turn off the burglar alarm. That's an order. Do you hear? An order from the Plantman. Snip. That's it. Form yourself in the shape of the correct key and unlock the door. Click. Ha ha. Well done, slaves. Your master is well pleased. That safe must have been opened in front of you many times. Now you open it for me. Nice work. You're remembering the combination perfectly. Don't stop now, my lovely vassal.
Minutes later.
Ha ha ha. I'll get the loot, and Evans will get the blame. Now to plant some incriminating evidence. I stole this and broke the band purposely. Police will think it's a weak link snapped, and it fell off Evans' hand, unnoticed by him. Exit the Plantman. It'll look like an inside job. Oh, how I'd love to see Evans' face when they grill him.
Soon in the Evans home.
Why don't you believe him? My father knows nothing about the robbery. He's never done anything dishonest.
That's for us to decide, young lady. Meanwhile, a joyriding Johnny Storm sees police cars in front of Doris's house. I better find out what's cooking. I don't like the lights or looks of it.
I tell you, I don't know how my watch got in front of that open safe.
Keep yourself available for more questioning.
Oh, Johnny, they suspect my father's a thief.
What? Don't worry, Doris. I have faith in your father. I'll clear his name. It's the Human Torch. That's a promise. Next night, a blazing human form hurtles down toward the jewelry store when...
I expected you, Torch. I framed Evans. Get me if you can.
It's the gardener Evans. Fired.
I knew you'd be poking your nose where it doesn't belong. So I set a little trap for you. Plants, spray your dew on him.
Talking to the plants. He's flipped.
Yipes! The plants are obeying his command.
My flames are being doused. What kind of power does he have?
Tree roots imprison his ankles. The Plantman commands.
In amazing response, grasping roots wriggle up out of the earth like writhing snakes and... Holy cow! Your kooky device works. But how?
You're not laughing at my genius now, are you, Torch? Weeds, wrap yourselves about that callow-youth's form. Bind him. Ah, splendid.
I'm in a weed straitjacket. Hey, I resent that callow crack.
Plants, release the helpless fool after I'm gone. He's so damp, it'll be a long time before he can flame on again.
I still can't believe this is really happening.
A half hour later, the plants are letting go as he ordered. They're harmless now. That crackpot who calls himself the Plantman is a real, honest-to-gosh super threat. I don't dare tell anyone what's happened, or they'll think I've got bats in the belfry. I've a hunch he won't wait long to strike again, though. And next time, I'll be ready. And the very next day,
it's only fitting that the Plantman, mighty ruler of the vegetable world, should wear a green costume. This uniform I made will symbolize my terrifying power.
Soon in New York City's Central Park,
I hereby declare this my headquarters. Bow down to me, my subject plants.
Is he for real?
I seen a lot of wax, but that screwball tops them all. Great Scott! The trees are bound to him! It's unbelievable! Eee!
He's got some awful power over them. Most awesome thing I ever seen.
This park is my domain. Plants, drive those clods out.
A moment later, sheer pandemonium reigns.
Clear out, all of you! You, come here! How? Run! Out those thorns!
Poison ivy! Attacking me! Help! Actually, something this character is basically like has the same powers as Poison Ivy. I think Poison Ivy came out a few years after this, so that character is probably might have been inspired by this character, Plantman.
But disarm him, tree. Hold him prisoner. That's it, my faithful slave.
Within minutes, the park is completely abandoned, except for...
Tell the mayor that unless he surrenders the city to me at once, I'll have my plant allies tear down City Hall. Do you understand? Or must I give a more dramatic demonstration of my power?
No, I understand.
I want him out of here fast, but treat him gently. My leafy friends, gently.
Hey! That tree caught the park guard.
It's lowering down safely to the ground.
What is this? Black magic?
But in the park,
so far so good. First I'll conquer New York, then city after city, and finally the world. Puny humans won't have a chance against the Plantman. Plants outnumber people by the billions, and I rule the plants. Today, Earth, tomorrow, the stars.
Soon at City Hall. If all these witnesses didn't swear you're telling the truth, I'd have locked you up in a loony bin. This is unbelievable. A man walking around making plants obey him. I think the mayor of New York City when this comic was made was Robert Wagner. I think that was his name. That was the mayor of New York City. I was doing some recently I was doing some research on the 1956 presidential election. I was doing some research on it, and I learned about that guy. But minutes later, at Johnny's home in Glenville on Long Island, and the Plantman has demanded the mayor surrender New York to him at once. It's time to blaze into action. No telling what Plantman will do next. Flame on! Off to New York City Hall flashes the fiery crusader at flaming speed. Before you try anything else, give me the chance to fight Plantman.
The Human Torch!
You got to. It'll take superpower to defeat his superpower.
Go to it, Torch. Good luck.
Mere seconds afterward.
Well, haven't you learned your lesson yet, Torch?
Pardon me for not bringing you a bouquet of stinkweeds, Plantman, but this is the payoff, mister.
Confuse that pesky teenager with a leaf storm.
What do you expect me to do, Plantman? Beg you to leave me alone? You had to do better than this.
Uproot yourselves. Crash down on the torch. Trap him beneath your mighty bulk.
The titanic tree topples down with so powerful an impact that the very ground shudders, and then...
Boom! Better give up, Plantman. You're outclassed. This is the Human Torch you're tackling.
Bah! So far I've only been toying with you. Now I'll get serious. Now I'll finish you off for good.
So get him,
my little seaweed friends.
Huh? What in blazes? Damp seaweed. They're putting out my flames.
I borrowed them from a marine exhibit, just for you, my helpless friend.
And now Plantman really pours it on to his abruptly vulnerable foe.
Attack slaves. Drop down upon him in ever-increasing numbers.
Ow! Those hurtling acorns. They feel like bullets. Fruit raining down at me from trees on all sides. Can't take much more. Getting weak. Starting to faint.
Once I pour this vat of water over you, you'll be finished forever.
Got an idea. It's my only hope.
In one last mighty effort, Johnny launches the remainder of his great flame power skyward.
Giant fireball, it's now up to you. If you fail, it's the end of the torch.
As the awesome fiery phenomenon hovers above the thickest vegetation.
Huh? What's happening? My plants are beginning to wilt.
You're beaten, Plantman. The fireball's intense heat is evaporating their moisture. Without moisture, they can't live. And now they're attacking you because of the increased intelligence you've given them. They realize you got them into this fix.
How dare you revolt against me, your master! Stop, you fools! I command you! No, no!
Brainless creatures, you've destroyed the machine in which we could have ruled the universe.
A few minutes later,
the fireball burned itself out, and the plants no longer have superior intelligence. But where'd Plantman go?
I'm here, inside this clever hiding place. A hollow tree trunk. You blasted flaming demon. I'll build another plant control device and destroy you, if it takes the rest of my life. And next time, my plan will be foolproof.
Later in Glenville.
Thanks for clearing my father by revealing the Plantman framed him, Johnny. Everyone's grateful to you for defeating that fiend.
Never thought I'd see the day Doris would adore the Human Torch. Man, do I rate.
You're such a nice boy. Now, if only you could conquer your mad desire to keep flaming on all the time.
Oh no, here we go again. You can't win. The end. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.